Thank you all for coming. We would now like to begin the ribbon cutting ceremony. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by our 8th grade leaders. Behind you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of our United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you would please remain standing for the national anthem performed by our Walpole Middle School student Emma Fleming and led by Mr. Ailing, middle school music teacher. Thank you. You can turn around because we're up here. All right. We'll do Simon Says next, though. Here you go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. I'd also like to give a shout out to Mrs. Calandrelli and Mrs. Souza, along with the Walpole Middle School Band and Orchestra for entertaining us before the ceremony, so thank you. My name is Bridget Goff, for those of you that don't know me, Superintendent of Walpole Public Schools, and as the proud Superintendent of Walpole Public Schools, it is truly an honor to welcome you all to the official opening of our brand new combined Walpole Middle School. Today marks the start of... Today marks the start of an exciting new chapter for our students, our staff, and the entire community. It's hard to believe that I think it's been 12 years that's passed since many of us embarked on this journey together. It was such hard work, but look at that reward. Along the way, so many of you contributed your time, your ideas, your support, your advocacy, and I am deeply grateful to each of you for your dedication. This building stands as a testament to the hard work, collaboration, and shared vision of providing the very best of our students. Together, we have created a school that reflects our unwavering commitment to educational excellence and preparing our students for success in an ever-evolving world. This new middle school is more than just bricks and mortar. It is a space where creativity, learning, and growth will thrive. It's a place where our students will be inspired to reach their fullest potential. This project is a first for us, and it symbolizes our collective effort. It is a true representation of the community's dedication to our children's education, even for those who don't currently have children in our schools, or those and whose children have already graduated. Next month, as many of us gather with family for Thanksgiving, we'll reflect on what we are grateful for. For me, I am thankful to have been part of Walpole for so many years, 45 to be exact, as a student, teacher, principal, and now as superintendent. I'm proud to be part of a community that so deeply values and invests in the future of our children. Today, as we celebrate this milestone together, I want to thank all of you for making this possible. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mark Breen, Chair of the School Building Committee.
Can you hear me? All right, very good. I have no prepared remarks. I just want to say a few things. I'd like to thank a few people, and hopefully I don't leave anybody out. I'd like to thank the school administration. You know, they put in a lot of time that people don't notice over the last few years, you know, and I think they deserve a round of applause at some point as well. They don't get recognized otherwise. I'd like to thank Fontaine, the builders of the school, Tape, the architects, Vertex, the project managers. It's been a real learning experience for me these last few years, and it's a real professional group of people, and it's nice to have gotten to know them. I'd like to thank the other members of the building committee. It's nice to have gotten to know a few of those people as well. I'd like to thank the staff, you know, that had to make this transition to a new building. You know, many people, if they're in the same room for 5 or 10 or 25 years, and here they find themselves in a whole new place. It's exciting, but there's a lot of stress involved with that, right? So it's an interesting transition. And I'd like to thank the kids and the families. You know, that's a big transition as well. If you were in Byrne last year or in Johnson last year and you find yourself here, in particular, the kids that kind of lived through the construction project, right? It's interesting to watch it, but the novelty wears off after a while and you just want to get in the new building, right? So I don't know if I probably left somebody out, but, you know, in the interest of brevity, I'm going to conclude there and just say thank you all, right? It's really rewarding to be able to look at this school and all the people that supported it. So thanks again. And next, I'm going to introduce Mr. Buckley, the chair of the school committee, and he promises to be just as brief as me.
I wrote my remarks down so I could be just as brief as you, Mark. Well, on behalf of my colleagues, Ms. Denizio, Mrs. Gallivan, Ms. Gaotitz, Ms. Syrick, Mr. Breen, and Mrs. Rogers, I want to welcome you to your new Walpole Middle School. We thank our partners in the triumvirate of local government, the Select Board, the Finance Committee, for their support in this project. We thank Jim Johnson and Patrick Shield for being our partners on the other side of the town ledger. We thank our legislators, Representative Phillips, Senator Rush, Representative Vaughn, Representative Rogers, who was the father of the MSBA and unlocked tens of millions of dollars for this project, and Representative McMurtry. I would like to speak very briefly about how, talk about how people can come together bringing big and small actions to accomplish great things. Every brick, every tile, and every light fixture that has the handprints of our entire community on it. From Superintendent Goff, who spearheaded this project as the only Walpole Public School employee ever, as she said a moment ago, to go from student to teacher to department head to principal of this building. She was the greatest saleswoman and subject matter expert on the middle schools this project could ever have hoped for. And with her help, we were able to make this happen. And we want to also thank people like the parent who walked up and down their block and engaged their neighbors ahead of the ballot question. To our two assistant superintendents, Dr. Hahn and Mr. Frischer, who joined Dr. Goff at every school building committee meeting, writing the narratives, the educational vision, balancing the project's budget, to the, as well as the retired neighbor of ours from West Walpole who quietly did their own research, knew that they and their family would not personally benefit from this project, but supported it anyway because it helped the wider community. We want to thank those people who were not particularly as enthusiastically supportive of this project as we were at the beginning, who gave us the benefit of the doubt, who through dialogue with us were able to help us make sure this project was tight and right from beginning to end. And I want to thank the many, many people here and not here who ensured the passage of funding for this middle school. You organized yourselves, you had the conversations, met people where they were, you held signs, sent texts, phone calls, harangued people at soccer fields, revoked backyard pool privileges for the summer unless folks voted, and other things we won't speak into the public record. We're very grateful for that as well. This school is here because of the generosity of our neighbors, the taxpayers of Walpole. This school is here because we listen to one another and we work together to form a consensus. As I said at the first day of school gathering of teachers in August, this beautiful building, as beautiful a building as this is, it is merely a tool. It's a tool which, when wielded by our skilled teachers and staff, led by our capable and tireless Principal Ruggiero, will pay great dividends in the growth and education of our students. Upstairs in the science wing, in short order, some students of ours are going to fall in love with experiments and research. Some young students are going to lay down the foundation upon which they will build careers in computer science and technology. In that library, they will learn how to do the best research, to fact-check, compare sources, and come to their own conclusions and navigate the modern world. In the auditorium and the music rooms, they will find their artistic voices and pathways to express their true and authentic selves. We know that this place will create what Horace Mann called responsible, engaged citizen actors. Therefore, we consecrate this space as a temple of learning. We christen it a crucible of discovery and a laboratory of exploration and growth for the current and future generations of school children in Walpole. Thank you for coming. Good luck in the years ahead. And for the love of God, don't break anything for a few months. With that, it is my high honor and privilege to introduce Ms. Mary Piketty, who's speaking on behalf of our friend, the Honorable Treasurer Goldberg, who is such a great proponent of this project and a great leader of the MSBA.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I hope everyone can hear me. Okay. Certainly, on behalf of Treasurer Goldberg, Chief Executive Officer Jim McDonald, and all of us at the MSBA, we're here to say congratulations. You've just heard from your local leaders just how much work and effort goes into making a project like this successful. It is a long haul. It's not for the faint of heart, and the reward is great. So congratulations. We certainly have been pleased to partner with the town, as well as its project team, Vertex, Tapé, Fontaine. These skilled individuals, as you noted, are building schools throughout Massachusetts, and it's wonderful to have them here today to help you along. I understand we are tracking LEED Silver. That's a great accomplishment. It not only is a boon for your students, but also for Massachusetts. And I also understand we have here an all-electric building, cutting edge. Once again, congratulations on that. You know, unfortunately for Walpole and about 30 other districts in Massachusetts, they entered this project at a time when COVID began. We started to begin to see increasing construction costs throughout the state, terribly unexpected. And I certainly want to recognize your legislative delegation, which moved forward legislation that was approved that allowed the MSBA board to approve an increase to the original grant, providing additional $5.6 million for a total grant of $43.6 million. This legislation was instrumental not only for Walpole, but for districts throughout the state to help them during this time period. For those of you who don't know me, I have been at the MSBA for about 17 years. For 16 of them, I served as Director of Capital Planning. Last year and a half as Executive Director. I do have a project management type of background, and so I'm sort of a numbers person. And this morning I was at our board meeting, and I talked about the fact that this fall I've had the great pleasure to see 12 facilities across Massachusetts come online. 2.23 million square feet of new construction that will be providing great environments for students. But that's a number, and to all of you, it's probably not that important a number. What is important to all of you, and you can see that from the support and the fact that you brought this project forward, is the 905 number. That's the design enrollment for this school. That's the number of students
who will be able to go through its doors and benefit from the learning opportunities you just heard about. So thank you all for staying the course. Thank you all for supporting the projects. As was discussed here, it took a lot of people and a lot of energy. So I commend all of you for doing that, and I will end simply by saying congratulations and thank you for having us join in your celebration.
I'd like to introduce Jim O'Neill, who is the Select Board Chair.
Thank you, Bridget, for that intro, and it's great to be here today in this fabulous new middle school as we stand outside. Speaking on behalf of the Select Board, I'd like to thank once again the people of Walpole for their great support in passing what was a very large override, the largest in our history, and it takes a lot of support from the town, and we got that, and we're very grateful for it. You know, it was only a couple of years ago that we stood behind the school as we started to, put the school up. It was a much colder day then, I might say, when we broke ground. But here we are now, 2 years later, and we've welcomed what is the first of what will be many generations of students into the school. Educating our youth is a fundamental obligation of society, at least in my view. And it's something that our community does particularly well. And it's important that we do that because it's from these students that the future leaders of our community and our country and the world will come. And so it's important that we provide the right facilities, and that's what we're doing here with this new middle school. It's a wonderful, wonderful facility. And so as we cut the ribbon today, I'd say the future looks very, very bright for not only this generation of students, but for many to come. There have been many well-deserved thank yous given out today, and so I'm not going to restate all those thank yous. I would just like to recognize Bridget, of course, for your great leadership, and Jim Johnson, our town administrator. Jim has been in lockstep with Bridget every step of the way here. And of course, the glue that has held them together is Mark Breen and the SBC. So a round of applause for them, please. And I'll simply close by offering my congratulations to everyone that had a hand in this great effort. From those who had the vision many years ago to those who have brought the vision to reality as we stand here today. A job well done, and one that will benefit countless numbers of students in the years to come. Thank you all very much for being here.
And last, but certainly not least, this person, Principal Ruggiero, is like right hand. She's been nothing short of amazing. This building would not have opened without her. Just the incredible hard work, the many hours. I don't think she has slept for probably, 2 years. And everything from, things that you wouldn't think of, schedules, having two groups of staff coming together, just the intricacy in the planning. She has been at every single meeting, at every single time. So I'm hoping she can maybe get some rest this weekend after the open houses. But I'm going to leave it to her for the closing. So, Carrie.
Well, thank you, Dr. Goff, and I am incredibly fortunate to have such an amazing central leadership team to support us in all of these efforts. So I am the proud principal of this remarkable new middle school. I am truly honored to lead in such an extraordinary school community. This building stands as a testament to our commitment to shaping a brighter future for our students, and every innovative space and advanced resource here opens doors to new opportunities, experiences, and a level of inspiration that drives learning, creativity, and growth for each and every one of our students. Each day, I have the privilege of witnessing firsthand the energy and excitement that fills our hallways. The school has become a hub of collaborative learning experiences, and a positive energy in this building is contagious. Our staff frequently share how the abundant natural light and thoughtful design team spaces and the unique layout embody the essence of middle school teaming. These spaces do not just support learning, they create a strong sense of community and togetherness. So thank you for being here to celebrate this incredible milestone with us and for all of your unwavering support along the way. Our students are incredibly fortunate to be part of such a forward-thinking, inspiring environment, and it's thanks to your belief in our vision that it's become a reality. Now, I am very excited that you, after our ceremony, get to have tours of this building. Who will be leading us is our wonderful 8th grade leaders who are here tonight. And just bear with us that this building has been well lived in all day, and you might see a little action and mess from that, which is what we want to see at the end of the day. So now it's time to move on to the ribbon cutting.
So I'd like to make sure that we call up our school people, school committee, school building committee, and the select board. Come on up.
One, two, three.
The new middle school is really big, so it's been like really fun for the people to see the new school.
I think everyone's really impressed by like the technology that's in the school and all of the new systems that we have here.
The tours went great, a lot of questions asked, and everyone loved the new school.
This is a really big change. It's really nice compared to the old school. The food is good.
Our old school was a lot smaller and it was a lot older. So while this school is really big, it's good. So first we get to meet people from BMS, or what was BMS, before we go on to the high school next year. And there are also a lot more like collaboration areas. Like you get to collaborate more with different people.
My other favorite part are the whiteboards. They're really new and they have lots of technology and it's cool.
My favorite part is the technology rooms, because there's just like so much more like stuff that we can do in the technology rooms.
I love the science rooms especially because my dad's a science teacher and it's really cool to see different science rooms, but I especially love the auditorium. It's a lot larger than what we had at JMS and the seats are a lot newer and the stage is a lot easier to get around for orchestra and drama.
The gym is a lot better and the auditorium is a lot better. I like to be here.